am joined in the studio this morning. We do know that the world is getting, it's just like a whole big computer, as I'm always saying. It's AI generated, literally. And we are joined in the studio today by Sallie Jack. Good morning, ma'am.
Morning, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you.
And Abraham Magomo.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir. How are you today?
Thank you.
Very good. Now, when we talk about the world being a big AI situation, just your view quickly about how we are moving into this space. What is your view on that?
Okay. Computers are now mimicking human behavior. Right. Okay. This is the ability of machines or models to behave just as humans, which is where we are now going. You can talk of the Alexa from Amazon. You can talk of the Siri, Google Siri. Yeah. You can talk of a number of things which are being done, especially within the fraternity of copying human behavior.
Right. You said something very scary for me when I heard computers are copying human behavior. Like it's now it's almost as like a replacement for human beings and what we are kind of designed to do. Yes. Okay. Now, this is a frightening concept. Is this not going to take away our jobs? Maybe I'll ask this question to you. What is it doing to humankind if we are moving in this direction?
To humankind, I think it's something that is interesting to our generation, because it's something that is that allows everyone to improve, especially technologies. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's something that is way beyond.
It's way beyond.
Yeah,
yes, and it is obviously. Look, it is great that it's improving our technology and improving the way that we live. But what happens to the human being? What happens to that doctor who was doing the surgeries with his own hands? Now you have a machine that does everything. There's something wrong there, if you ask me.
Okay, I don't think humans will be replaced.
Okay.
Okay, that's my thinking. But obviously, jobs will be replaced.
Yeah.
If you don't adapt,
definitely.
Yes, if you don't adapt, you will fail.
So then, what happens then to humanity? We just sit at home. Okay. How do we make a living?
So we should actually make sure that we align our skills and careers with AI. Okay. We should make sure that we invest in knowing AI. Just like simple things like Google text-to-speech.
Yes.
You shouldn't be scared by using that. It won't replace anyone because obviously it's just enhancing our work. It's making our work easier. Okay. Replacement, I don't think it will happen anytime soon, because I've read somewhere where it was said the human mind is actually, I don't know, hundreds of times, thousands of times more intelligent than the machines.
Yeah.
So it won't.
So maybe it'll just help us jack up a little bit more. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, anyways, look, when we talk about a world of AI, world of computers, we also talk about cybersecurity.
Sure.
Now, what is cybersecurity? And you guys are holding a cybersecurity symposium.
Sure.
Talk to us about this.
Okay. Let me define the cybersecurity itself. So
okay.
Cyber threats or cybersecurity. By cybersecurity, we are talking of the practices, the processes which are implemented to protect and control the infrastructure to detect threats automatically, and then implement the mitigation strategies. That is, how can we then do away with the threats? So that's basically cybersecurity. But from there, we can then have something quite important, the importance of cybersecurity.
Right.
Yes. So being cognizant of the fact that there are threats, there is malware, there is ransomware, where people are hacked and they are demanded to pay some amounts of, large amounts of money to get their data back.
Right. This I've watched on movies.
Yes.
When a hospital is hacked and people want money for this. So just for my next question, what happens if you don't follow cybersecurity kind of rules?
Okay, I think you
maybe you can.
Yes, there are dangers. Obviously, you can lose money.
Right.
Like I can give you an example of what happened on Friday.
Okay.
If you have heard of it, 8.5 million computers were down. They were showing the blue screen of death.
In
That was the West.
Okay, in the Western world.
It affected the West.
Okay.
And of course, some parts of the world. But Africa, Asia, we were safe, yes. So those are the implications, the results, the repercussions. We can actually suffer. I can tell you business was down. The flights were delayed.
Okay.
Hospitals were shut down. Because we are using AI. You once discussed about AI, the benefits of AI, the challenges.
Yeah.
Yes. So hospitals were down. Not only that, we also had banks, financial
Shut
institutions.
down as
Yes,
well.
they were shut down.
Yeah, and it is a huge problem. But see, this symposium that you're having, who is invited to this symposium?
Okay. Basically, the government departments will be present. Yes. The government, parastatals, okay, they will be present. The private sector is welcome. We actually have a number of guys who have actually indicated that they'll be around.
Okay.
We also have universities, research centers.
Right.
We have colleges, schools.
So basically everyone and anyone
Everyone, yes,
should
yes,
be
yes.
in attendance.
Sure.
What are the dates for this symposium?
The date is 26th of July 2024.
26th of July, this coming week?
Yes, this coming
This
Friday.
Friday.
This coming Friday.
Right. Sallie, can you let us know what are the benefits for attending this symposium?
The benefits. I think the benefits of attending this symposium is knowledge sharing.
Okay.
Obviously.
Good. Yes,
Yeah,
obviously.
we can share skills of it.
Yes, knowledge sharing, and also because there are experts.
Sure.
Yes, so people will be benefiting from innovative ideas.
Sure,
right.
sure.
Yes.
Strategy formulation. We talk
Right.
of strategy formulation. The strategies of how we can actually detect
Exactly.
automatically.
Okay.
Okay. The cyber threat. The theme is actually cyber threat intelligence.
Okay.
Where we'll be talking of how we can gather knowledge
Right.
about the threats. How we can actually mitigate those. So everyone will actually benefit, but the strategy formulation, strategy implementation is the thing.
Is the main thing.
Yes.
And so some of the topics that are happening at the symposium, what will be happening? What are some of the topics?
Okay. From a number of guys who will be having presentations on how financial institutions will actually be driven by the security first strategy, where we say we have maybe a trade-off between two. We are faced with a trade-off between two items. Probably it's improving on a feature on the bank, at the bank,
Right.
and maybe security. We are faced with these two scenarios. Which one do we prioritize?
Okay.
And security comes first always. Those are some of the topics which will be discussed there.
That's good. So now looking at Zimbabwe holistically as a country, obviously we live here.
Sure.
Where are we in terms of our knowledge base of cybersecurity and cyber threats and things like that?
Okay, as a nation, the ministries are doing quite well. They are doing quite well. Of course, the implementation is quite difficult. This is why at this particular school, which is called Maranatha High School, the Form 1s are being taught how to understand software development, not without the idea of incorporating cyber security. So the nation has actually made some strides. Because we do have the skills. Zimbabwe is quite actually, we are learned.
Absolutely.
We do have robotics from UZ, from CAT, we do have a number of individuals who have actually acquired the skills. Now the gap is, how do we implement?
Right.
How do we cascade this down to a grade 1 student who is actually using a device?
Which is what was going to be my question to you, Sallie. Like, as an IT consultant, how do we kind of get this implemented? Look, even Inini, I use my cell phone. Sometimes I don't even know that I'm under threat, or if it's listening to me, if it can hear me. How do you see us benefiting from this?
It's something that is interesting, because even like our children are way ahead in terms of IT, and it's something which is faster. Like, it makes work easier. Yes, everything easier, and automatically this young generation is way ahead.
Sure.
Yes.
More than, yeah, I say my son helps me. But what's your advice to companies in terms concerning cybersecurity?
Maybe to chip on that one.
Okay.
Companies should devise strategies. Let's talk of corporate strategy.
Okay.
There must be a person who represents cyber security at the top
level.
Top level. We must be having someone who, even when we are making the strategy of the organization itself, the long-term strategy, it's called corporate strategy.
Right.
We must be incorporating, cyber security. Then we should actually cascade down to the business level, where we talk of business entities. They should actually incorporating that, even up to the practical, the tactical or operational level.
Okay.
We must also incorporate that.
In your obviously this is your field. What are you doing to get to these companies? Because obviously some of them are not going to be at the symposium.
Sure.
So what are you doing to reach out to these companies?
Obviously, this is why that's the purpose of this symposium.
Right.
Yes.
Where we are inviting the private sector, everyone who uses a device, everyone who has data on their phone, everyone who uses a network system, everyone who uses an infrastructure, an electronic infrastructure, they are invited.
They should be there.
So that we can actually plan together.
On how to make this work. Now, how do we register, Sallie, for this symposium if we are interested in this?
Okay, if you are interested, you contact my number.
Okay.
07.
Okay.
Yes.
Set up.
0779 606 533.
You can say that again.
0779 606 533.
533.
Yes.
Okay.
Or email executivesolutions@gmail.com.
That's executivesolutions@gmail.com.
Yes.
Okay, this is how we register to get to this symposium
Yes.
on Friday. Okay, so who are some of the presenters that we can look forward to hearing from at this event?
Okay, the presenters you can see.
Okay, so we do have Dr. Edmore Tarambiwa.
Okay.
Is a chief researcher.
Oh,
he's a powerful researcher from USET.
He is our moderator.
He's the moderator.
He's the moderator for the event.
Sure.
Okay.
Then we have Advocate Regina Mabwe, okay, head of chambers.
Okay.
Yes, you'll be presenting there. We also have Simbai Nyamayauta. Is an investigator at Baker Tilly, Zimbabwe. We also have Godwin Nyuani. He's a cybersecurity specialist from Ernst & Young, based in Ireland.
All right.
He'll be presenting here. Then we also have Ntoko Zonue. He's the IT manager for Solus. He's a powerful guy in the cyber. He's a certified ethical hacker.
Okay.
Yes. Then we also have Dr. Luisa Mparuri, the executive director IT from ZIMSEC. So you can actually see that
this is a rich panel. This
Rich
has
panel.
got a lot of
Sure.
very big names that I see. And I see Advocate Mabwe there. Is there going to also be a topic on cyber laws?
Obviously,
cybersecurity?
because we can't then talk of cybersecurity without governance.
Yes, exactly.
Without governance. That's where he chips in now.
Right.
That's where he chips in. Sure.
So look, this is a huge array, a buffet, exciting event that's happening. On what time does it start?
It's 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
Sure.
to 4 p.m.
8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Exactly.
Okay, the date again is
26th of July, 2024.
This coming
Friday.
Sure.
Yes.
A venue?
Monomatapa.
Monomatapa right
Yes,
here. Okay.
hotel.
Monomatapa Hotel, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Yes.
on the 26th of July,
This
which
Friday.
is this Friday. Guys, you don't want to miss out on this. And sometimes awareness of cybersecurity is something that's probably at the back of our heads. I know it's at the back of my head sometimes, but we want to just make sure that we are attending so that we can be up to date with what's happening in the world of AI. Now, your social media handles, where do we find you on social media?
Obviously, Executive Solutions is on Facebook.
Okay.
We are on Instagram, Apple Technologies, which is a partner of this symposium.
Okay.
Is also on Facebook, Instagram,
X,
Twitter, X,
Yes.
which is X.
Which is X, the X.
Right, the X factor.
Sure.
Okay, thank you so much, Abraham and Sallie, for joining us and kind of keeping us informed about cybersecurity. I do hope that you will have more events on this, and if you just maybe individually going to companies, because this is really something that is coming up.
Yeah,
and of
yeah.
course, I did hear you talk about a career in in IT.
Yes,
some
yes, yes.
some kids want to be something else. In schools, how are you kind of encouraging kids to look into the IT
We are
world?
working with a number of schools.
Okay.
I've mentioned before Maranatha High School.
Right.
We do have the college replica, which actually trains software development, data scientists, data engineers. We are incorporating the cyber security. We work with this principle where we say security first.
Security first.
Security first.
Okay.
Say whatever. When you write a line of code, is it secure?
Right.
When you write an endpoint, is it secure? When you write an API, is it secure? The application itself, okay, the system itself,
secure?
the network itself, is it secure? So we'll actually be talking of security first.
That's brilliant. I'm
Sure.
very excited for this event, and I do wish you all the best. And moving forward, we do hope to see more of these events as well.
Thank you.
That was Abraham, Magomo and Sallie Jack joining us, kind of talking to us about their event, the Cybersecurity Symposium that's going to be happening on the 26th of July from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Monomotapa Hotel. You got to be there.
Konapo Konapo, Ipapo pa ZTN Prime, DSTV Channel 294, the place to be.